back to Darksiders.
Yo.
It's been a weird schedule lately. We're in exam week, and we decided to set aside some time to do this.
Yeah, this is more important than school.
Oh, yes, of course. But, this section is, well, it's kind of surprising to us because we got a lot more done in this video than we thought we would.
Yeah, this, quote-unquote third dungeon is not really a dungeon so much. So, we're gonna get pretty far today.
It's pretty much a giant, long, straight road until you get to the boss, and they have you kill a bunch of stuff in between now and then.
It's a long and dusty trail.
Oh, God. Well, you got the dusty part right, at least. But, yeah, it's pretty much just a gauntlet through it. There's, not exactly spoiling anything, but there's a couple mini-boss battles, you could call them, but...
They're more than mini-bosses.
Well, yeah, let's go with that. We also meet a good friend in this video.
We do. But before that, we have another interesting section of the game where... Well, no, I'm not going to spoil it. You'll see.
Yeah. Oh, just for the record, Nathan is playing this time.
Yes, I am.
The plan was to have him play through this section before the Stygian, and then I would play the Stygian and beat it. But, like we said, we got a lot more done, and it turns out there's a lot less than we thought there was.
So yeah, I just went ahead and took care of that thing.
Pretty much. I'll be doing the next dungeon after this, so it should be interesting.
Yep.
It seems in the section here they cut out a lot of the intermediate shit between dungeons, because if you remember before, we had to go through like little gauntlet challenge areas and crap like that to pick up items, and this is pretty much just, hey, walk over here and kill something else.
Yeah.
I got anything to say other than yeah?
No.
Oh, god damn it, it's hard.
Okay, anyway. So I am playing in this game, and I apologize a little bit because I was kind of rusty, because I've been playing other games, like Portal 2, which is an amazing game. Everyone should play it. And I'm also playing Final Fantasy 13.
Still don't know why you're doing that.
Because it's long.
Is that the only reason?
Well, I bought it, and I wanted to play it. I've never played a Final Fantasy game until this one. So I'd have to say it's probably my favorite one so far.
Well, that is excusable compared to like Half-Life or something, but eh.
I started playing Half-Life, Episode 2. By that I mean Half-Life 2.
Oh, congratulations there.
We made it most of the way through in that thing a long time ago with stuff.
And that marathon, that was interesting.
Yeah, we ended up just playing Deadly Premonition for the last 10 hours.
Yeah, I gotta say, if you want to have like a good time with your friends, just sit around for 3 hours playing Deadly Premonition like 5 in the morning.
Make that like 24 hours without sleep at 10 in the morning.
Okay, Deadly Premonition took a good chunk of time.
Yeah, we played that all night. Well, we played... yeah, whatever. Fun game.
Yeah, it's very surreal to sit there for literally 24 hours with a bunch of just, like, nerds just playing video games.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, really not much to go on about.
Yep, so this guy was stuck on a crate, so I just kind of took him out artistically.
Yeah, there's definitely some graphical and, like, AI glitches in this game.
Yeah, there are.
Like that. He magically started running to a wall during the cutscene. I don't know why. But, this section is just dry as hell.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. We're like, I guess, underground in a cave. And there's all these groms everywhere that are like rustling up some worms to ride.
Those are not groms.
Okay, whatever. Orcs and groms are the same thing. This is actually a mildly cool section. You can knock these people off the edge for some easy kills.
Well, when he gets around to doing it and not messing up.
And there's also a worm there in the background.
Pretty nice. Here we go.
Yeah, this part I just kind of own them all.
Yeah, you get the same amount of souls no matter what, so there's really no point in trying to kill them the correct way.
I don't know if you do get the same amount of souls. They don't tell you.
I don't know. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
We got a lot in this video.
If you're going for all the achievements, then you have to level up all your weapons and get all the souls to buy everything, but we'll probably get that anyway, so it's really not that important.
Yeah, just some off-camera shit. I don't know. But for now, it's just trying to get through this stuff as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Let's see. As you'll notice, we're going to have to deal with some of those worms in this video. Definitely, and it's quite possibly one of the more annoying sections in the game for me.
There's one part that's quite annoying, and you'll see why. And also, that jump was stupid.
The rocks would even hit War if
Yeah,
he hadn't rolled
they weren't even going to
else.
land on him. And then he just kind of like did like a commando roll out of the way.
There's really no point in it. You should have just had him stand there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, this is rape. Yeah.
What was even the point of putting like those 5 bats there?
I don't know, but they all died via my mighty horn.
They don't even show up for the rest of the video or for like a long while.
That might have been one of my favorite parts of this game, was finding out that that horn just owns everything in the air.
And here we go.
So, yeah. This is kind of annoying, because we have to get across here, and we can't let the worm hit us, because we can't fight the worm quite yet.
Yeah, you know, before we had those time thingies to help us like run across, well, now we don't have those.
So, you have to make it across here, and every time you step on the sand, it's attracted to you, and if it gets next to you, it'll kill you. I show you what happens, kind of on purpose, kind of not. I wasn't really trying to get across here. As you can see, I kind of just stop a little bit. So this is what happens when you fail.
Oh no!
Nom nom. Yep, and that's our first kill screen of the game. I mean death screen.
From my memory, I thought it just kicked you back to the beginning of a little section, about like half a second, but apparently it kills you completely, so...
Yeah, whatever. It starts right back there.
Yeah.
But, if you're playing through this yourself, this might take you a couple times.
Yeah, if it's your first time through this game, this will probably confuse you a bit, but the trick is to get on the other side of a wooden platform, because they cannot go through those, and so they'll have to be below the sand when they go travel under them.
That's my trick. I told you about that when we were playing.
I don't give a shit, you still got eaten.
I get credit for it, because I was the one that figured that out. Yeah.
I'm still the champion.
No, you're not. So you can see it right here. See how it's on the other side of the thing? So it can't get us. It has to go under.
You'd think it'll just ram through it or something, but no. It's
Yep.
just gonna... Well, dive under.
Yeah.
But yeah, this section is hell if you don't really know what to do.
Yeah, you're really slow in sand and you can't dash.
I'm not even sure why they put this section here. It's just annoying.
I like this because we're going to come back here later and maybe finish him.
Hint, hint.
A little retribution.
Yeah, we'll have a way to deal with it. And we do get a new item, I guess you could say, in this video. Although...
I believe it's a passive ability.
Oh yes, a passive ability.
We're going to get a new passive ability called Skittles.
I don't think we agreed on that name for it.
I agreed on it.
I think its name is Hoodles.
No, it's... Okay, we'll discuss that later.
Ah, damn. But yeah, I've actually gotten eaten by the worm at this certain spot right here before. I was literally an inch away from the rock. It pissed me off, no end.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Including the cutscene, the worm actually clipped into the rock in the wall when it ate me, so I don't think I was supposed to be able to do that.
Nice.
This game does script sometimes, but it's very well built, so...
Yeah, overall it's pretty solid. Not very many glitches. We've ran into a couple.
I just saw like that point at the drill part where they just kind of stood there and looked around like a bunch of retarded sacks of crap.
Yeah, and a couple times where like the next cutscene hasn't triggered.
Yeah. And you'll notice the cutscenes in this game are kind of weird. They'll usually take you out of whatever the hell you're doing.
Yeah, they don't track what weapon you had out or like what you were doing before, and they just kind of reset. Probably because they're not in game, I would assume. That's why they're like that.
I don't think so. I think there's like some weird cinematic.
They're probably pre-rendered.
Yeah.
Which is okay, because that means you probably don't have a loading screen for them, and they can make some nicer ones. It's kind of nice to have the in-game ones that actually mirror what you're doing.
If you notice, loading screens are never really a thing in this game.
Yeah, I actually really like that. Like I mentioned, I played through Portal 2. The only thing I didn't like about Portal 2 was they have excessive load screens, which is really a product of the Source engine, because every Valve game has load screens all over the place.
Yeah. Source engine is still pretty nice, though. It's held up over the years.
It's like 7 or 8 years old.
Oh yeah, it was amazing when it first came out, though.
Valve has been on record saying that they don't plan on ever making another engine. They just want to keep updating Source. So it'll actually be interesting to see how that works out for them.
Well, I think they could pull it off. They're a very good company.
Yeah. They also spend a lot of time on their games, like, in a good way.
Oh yeah, like Team Fortress 2, they've been coming out with updates for that for forever.
And the whole Half-Life Episode 3 / Half-Life 3, when that's coming out, like, they're working on it. So,
well, I hope they are.
Yeah.
For all we know, they're just kind of nicking around, doing nothing, going out drinking every night or something.
I highly doubt that. But, so this is a new enemy, I guess. He has a gun that he can shoot the ground with.
Yeah, that's a
for some reason.
move. Let's completely avoid using the gun to shoot you or hit you with the gun. Let's just shoot into the ground below your feet.
Yeah.
Oh, it still hits Nathan a few times.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
He has no excuse. No.
You notice that gun. It's still there. We don't pick it up, but we will.
Hint, hint. Not yet. We do pick it up.
Yeah. So there's, when we were talking earlier about this game becoming a third-person shooter, we weren't joking.
Yeah, you know the part before the angels and with Old Man and stuff? Well, we get to sort of do that again with a different weapon and different creatures.
Yeah. Although these creatures aren't as cool.
Nope. The part is not as fun. It's kind of tedious, actually, and it goes on a bit longer than the angel part.
Yeah, we're pretty much just killing these, like, orc things the whole time.
Yeah, if you didn't get the time to read that, basically you use the right trigger to shoot out the projectiles. You get like 4, and then they slowly respawn, and they impale things, and so they'll just kind of sit there. And then you press the left trigger to make them explode.
Yeah, so you can kind of fire all of them at once and make them explode, or fire like one at a time. And the reticle turns red when you're on someone, and then it'll lock onto them.
Yeah, it should home in on them if it's red when you shoot it.
You actually see there's some close-ups later on. These things actually like impale them.
Oh yeah, it's an interesting weapon. I just kind of wish you moved faster and use it, but eh.
Yeah, lots of strafing here.
I'm not sure how feasible it would be to do this section without the gun, but
I don't think. Well, you couldn't kill those guys unless you used your tiny gun, Mercy, or you used the boomerang.
oh, that would be horrible.
Yeah, so pretty sure you have to pick up the gun. I mean, I guess technically you don't have to, but it would not be fun.
It would be pretty stupid to not do so. And he kind of blew himself up there.
Yeah, apparently I shot the ground. It was annoying.
Yeah, it doesn't really do that much damage to you, but it's still annoying.
We also have quite a few hearts, so we're pretty well off.
Oh, yes.
So then you can kind of see it there. But there's a couple more close-ups.
That's pretty badass. It just
This-
shoots a giant spike that goes right through the chest.
Yeah, I also laid a little trap for that guy.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't miss and then try and make up for it at all.
Oh,
Trust
of course
me.
not. He's a sharpshooter here.
Yes.
That's the whole that I'm a better player than you.
I don't know about that.
Oh, come on now.
I'm pretty sure I'm a lot better at this game than you.
I think it's very plainly obvious that I'm the best player.
I have to tell you what to do every time you play.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
I deny everything.
Of course you do. You deny that you're the better player than me. Okay, I will.
No. See, I'm still the best player, but I deny everything else.
Okay, that doesn't work.
Yes, it does.
No.
I'm the best.
Like no one ever was.
Oh, God damn it. I'm not going to continue that. But yeah, it's basically just giant shooting gallery for however long.
Yeah, pretty much just fighting the same, like, 3 enemies. Dudes with guns, dude with swords, and little dudes with swords.
Yeah,
It's kind of boring, because we've been fighting these enemies the whole game.
Yeah, stuff like this is sort of my main beef with the game. If it was just like one section, I wouldn't really mind that much. But there's more than a couple sections in the game where it's literally just a slog through shit like this, and you get really bored of it.
Yeah. Don't worry though, next dungeon, we get completely new enemies. And
yeah.
actually a very cool environment.
Oh, it's very nice. Like, compared to the Griever's dungeon, I like the Griever's setting more, but the theme for the 4th dungeon is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I'm actually kind of happy to be doing that dungeon.
Yeah. So, pretty much right here, all the enemies just kind of jump around on both sides of us. It's kind of annoying. So you have to constantly spin around.
Yeah, and the sections where you get the, big weapons and stuff, they'll just throw, 3 times as many enemies at you.
Yeah.
So, that's probably a big reason to use the things they give you.
When I played through the first time, I was on Apocalyptic, and I was actually trying to use my weapons because I wanted to level them up, because I wanted to get the achievement. And this part was really hard, because there are a lot of enemies here.
I would assume so. I can't imagine you tried to do that.
I actually did. I mean, I didn't go the whole map, but I would, at times like this, I would get out and kill them with my sword.
That is just perfect.
No. I mean, it saved time grinding later.
That's why I did not go for half the achievements in the game.
I got them all.
No, of course you did.
They're really not that hard to get. In fact, I got all of them except for 2 throughout the game.
By the way, how are you doing the achievements for Portal 2?
I got 25 out of 50, but it was only 350 gamer score. There's a lot of I mean, it's a Valve game, so there's tons of, like, do this small thing or find this small Easter egg.
Like, how hard are some of the achievements?
So far, I don't think any of them are hard. I mean, there's one that I don't have that's, like, in the co-op, you can hug people, you can do gestures, and there's one for hugging 3 people on your friends list.
Oh, that could be complicated.
Yeah, that's the only one that I'm not going to be able to get, like, immediately, just because I'd have to find 3 other people that have the game. Well, I already have 2, so actually I could probably get that.
Oh,
whatever. Yeah. But, yeah, Portal 2 was super fun. The co-op is amazing.
I heard from somebody that it's actually got like a 10 out of 10 at Time Magazine, which is apparently very rare.
I expect that game's going to win a couple Game of the Year awards.
Oh yeah, they usually do. Valve makes some good games.
Valve does. It is so funny, also.
Well, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Have you just noticed that guy catapulted in the air about 30 feet?
Yeah, you can do some weird things with these. It's kind of unpredictable, though, at times.
I don't know what physics engine they're using. Wait, is this...
It's Havoc.
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, that's definitely gonna get some weird physics. Yeah, you just saw that guy shoot off. Havoc physics engine is very strange. This
game has pretty good physics.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
They're exaggerated a lot, but...
Like, I've played Silent Hill Homecoming, which uses the same physics engine, and it's just really weird how shit is handled in the game. You run into a chair, and they'll just start, like, flying around the room and shit. It's like everything is covered in, like, some weird, like, lubricant and just sliding around the room. It's really weird.
Yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, I could say the Source engine at least is, like, mainly realistic.
Source engine is very realistic.
Oh,
yeah. Force Unleashed, I think it used, like, 3 engines, but I think one of them was Havoc. That one was pretty good.
Yeah.
That one had... I mean, the whole thing was kind of a physics demo set in the Star Wars world. So, yeah. I haven't played the second one yet, but I probably will get it eventually.
Well, knowing you, yeah, you probably will.
Yeah, I kind of have a bad habit of buying games a lot and not playing them.
Yeah, it's great for everybody he knows, though, because he's got, like, a small library you can borrow from all the time.
Yeah, it's not exactly small anymore.
Well, yeah. But, I think I would like to borrow Portal 2 from you at some point.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, sweet. I currently have the game Enslaved that he bought for some reason.
I really want to play that game.
It's a thing. Let me put it this way, I have no urge to finish it, which says something about me, because I'm real big at least finishing games.
Yeah. The other problem with me is that I'm kind of a completionist.
Well,
so
I can see how that'd be a problem. Because there's some bullshit achievements in the game. Like, like currency stuff in games?
Yes.
Drops out of enemies, things like that, and it spawns in places. Well, the game has, like, little energy things all around the game. They're just scattered around. You pick them up their currency. And they're fucking everywhere. And so there's an achievement for literally picking up every single one of those that are in the environment in the game. If you miss even one, you miss the achievement.
Nice.
I've gotten the achievement for getting half of them, but you're going to get that naturally just from getting them, but there's no fucking way I'm ever going back and picking them all up.
Those are the kind of achievements you have to use a guide for, which is annoying.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Like this game, you don't need a guide at all.
No. You can just run through it without really knowing where things are, and you'll still get through in the end, but...
Yeah, because at the end of the game, you can get an item that shows you where all the chests are in every single dungeon.
Oh yeah, there's a big... I think before the final fight and everything, there's just like this big amount of downtime where you have the chance to just go around and do shit before you finish the game. So, yeah. Oh, here's the thing.
Ain't nothing but a thing.
Ain't nothing but a chicken wing.
I'll be cutting this out.
Oh yeah.
Kill him.
I don't think it'd be funny if you
Kill him.
It'd be funny if you took some of the shit we said and put like a video for the people to watch. If they really, really want to.
Why? We don't say anything funny during these.
There's been some weird shit. Might as well.
Okay, so now we're fighting some dude on a Threstrel.
Threstrel? The fuck is that?
It's from Harry Potter. Except it doesn't have wings, but yeah. This is pretty easy guy actually to kill. I think I destroy him pretty fast.
You'll notice against the horse guys, he uses the stinger move a lot.
Yeah, that's because they move pretty fast, and that's the best way to catch up to him. Also, I don't know what just happened there. That was weird.
You dodged very early.
He like ran into me, but then I didn't get any damage.
Eh.
Yes, this is some weird like. This will be cut up. Fuck. Okay.
You don't have to cut that. That's just a small thing.
I don't care.
But yeah, this is just a big arena area.
Yeah.
Just thinking the same shit we've been doing and putting to a small area. But, and as a heads up, we'll be doing multiple rounds in here with different enemies at least. But
yeah, this is actually a pretty long boss fight, I guess. There's a mini boss at the end.
yeah, it's actually kind of an important mini boss. But
By the way, if you're trying to play this by yourself, the horse pretty much has 2 power moves. Well, he'll do the little thing where he tries to run by and hit you, but then he'll do this, which all you have to do is dodge right after he starts moving. And then he also has one where he rears up and does like an area of effect attack.
oh yeah,
So, pretty easy to dodge.
yeah, it's not hard at all. These generic horse fighters are very simple.
Now we're cage fighting.
I'm speechless.
Good.
That's bad. They seem very confident they're going to kill you, even though you're just massacring everything.
Yeah, and also for some reason the gun was semi-useful there. I don't know.
Yeah.
We will actually have to use the gun later.
Yeah, the gun's actually required for, well,
You'll see.
a boss. Not going to say anything other than that, but
Ooh, fire pits. Let's not step on those.
yeah, they don't really come into play at all, so,
Oh, you can kill one of our horsemen, but can you kill 2?
well, now you can't because he's on fire.
Yeah, I used the wrath power there. It's actually pretty powerful against these guys because you just have to touch them and they'll be set on fire for a good little time.
Yeah, they're moving around a lot, so if you can get some sort of damage over time constantly on them, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. I could have used the affliction one here, but I'm not sure if it would actually go after the 2 of them.
Yeah, there's
And I wouldn't really want to waste it on the little guys.
Yeah, there's
so-
a bunch of small dudes running around that'll probably draw the fire.
Yeah, that would be kind of annoying. I could have used stone skin also, but again, I wanted the time-based.
Yeah, this is more flashy. Might as well.
Yeah,
Gun comes out
I
of
just-
it a little bit.
entered that man and killed him.
Yeah, they're missing it up a bit here by throwing in the big dudes.
Yeah, but luckily I saved my wrath or my chaos form. It's almost like I knew this was going to happen.
If you notice, these big dudes are attacking the small guys too.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Not exactly friends.
I could have just let him be, but I'm just going to go ahead and kill him.
Well, the small dudes are pretty much going to you anyway, so might as well.
Yeah, they're just fodder.
Yeah. The fight after this doesn't really do go well with Chaos Form, so it's probably just go ahead and use it now.
Yeah, so I already took out one of them, and this guy is very close to dying, so...
One thing I will say about Chaos Form is very useful for shit, but it's kind of boring.
It is a little bit. You have one move, literally.
Like
you
one
can
combo.
Just,
That's
yeah,
it.
you can just press X over and over again.
I don't even think you can jump.
No, I don't think you can jump.
It's
And you move slow.
it's just kind of boring, but it's extremely powerful. It's I
There's,
don't know.
yeah, there's times where it's a big help, but it kind of... I wish they'd done more with it. Like, you can level up almost everything else in this game, but you can't change Chaos Form at all.
I think it'd be interesting. There's a bonus mode where you could like use it forever if you really wanted to, and just play the game like that, just for novelty. But
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I think it'd be funny. There's a little scenic view of the place you're in.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool looking place.
Bunch of dudes up on the battlements. Just kind of wait for the next wave.
Come at me, bro.
Don't force me, bro. His helmet just looks goofy as fuck.
Yeah.
Already made one. Oh, let's just stop in the middle. Next one, we don't have enough budget.
Those are some nice boots.
I want those boots.
Yeah, man, where'd you get those boots?
You disappoint me, horseman. You look quite small from up here.
You can look me in the eye when I kill you.
Let's see how you fare, horseman. With only 2 legs to carry you.
Yeah, so that dude's all like, come at me, bro, and I did.
Okay,
And,
you'll notice something different about this thing in general. Look at its horse. That's a nice horse, isn't it?
Yeah, that horse is like on fire and shit. It's all red.
It's a pretty bitchin' horse.
That's a pretty nice horse.
Yeah.
So yeah, this horse is pretty much the same as the other ones, except slightly more powerful. He has 2 moves. Actually, this one has a third. That he sends this little blue vortex at you.
Yeah, he does it like once.
I don't even know if he does it once. I think I finished this fight pretty quickly.
Maybe that was in the test run. I don't know. But I don't know, man. This horse reminds me of something. I don't know what, though. I guess we'll find out.
Kind of looks like a Thrustrel from Harry Potter.
I bet it hurt you, I swear to God.
Also, I just horned that guy into the B move.
Well, round 2.
Ding, ding, ding.
War's got some honor behind him.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this guy hurts
There's
the
the
bitch.
move. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, this guy does hurt. That did a full heart of health.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick. So basically, you just want to avoid everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna charge up Chaos Form here and use it.
Yeah, if you notice, he does the stinger and stuff, and the gun, for some reason,
He doesn't do anything. He has a shield.
He
I
doesn't
was just
even-
trying to.
He doesn't even, like, show an animation for blocking it. He just does
I
a
think
little
I also
flashing
try the
thing.
horn here just to see if it did anything.
It does not.
Nope. So now I will actually try this. Maybe.
Yeah, fights like this are... It depends on the game, but fights like this can be very interesting if you're, like, doing a sword fight with somebody. Just a straight on, but...
He's really easy to dodge,
Yeah.
is the thing.
I remember Devil May Cry was pretty interesting. There's some good sword fights in that. Yeah, I think a Monty Python joke was called for there. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
there's a horse.
So we cut that guy down to size.
Jesus
now
Christ.
we're fighting just the horse?
We gotta kill the horse.
And that's a horrible camera angle. I don't know what I'm doing even.
Just swing at nothing here.
That's all you can do when you're in that form.
Oh my god, a horse.
What do you think you're doing? That thing's lost its mind. Kill it! Enough, I said. Finish it!
Run. I won't fight you.
You fool! I order you to break that knife.
And if I refuse, you'll kill me. I'll take my chances.
Are you not entertained?
Okay, so Mark Hamill won the worst reference in the game so far award.
Yeah.
And we have a horse called Skittles.
No. Mr. Hoodles.
No, it's definitely Skittles,
No,
the
it's-
horse.
It's Mr. Hoodles the owl.
But we're going to keep this horse throughout the whole game now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Although he was our horse before.
I don't know what the fuck is going on there.
He has the same symbol on his forehead that War has on his forehead.
He also has his flank. It's like a My Little Pony of destruction. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Yeah. So basically, you can run around on him, and you can use your sword, and you can use the gun, and those are the only things you can use.
Yep.
And you can boost, and you see over in the top right corner, we have a little horse symbol, and there's some yellow bars there, and those are how many boosts you can use, and they refill. Yeah.
Yeah. It's... The horse is useful, but it's also a little bit boring because you can only do like one attack with
You
it.
move really fast, though, and
Yeah.
you can only use it in certain areas, mainly the outdoor areas between dungeons. Can't really use it in dungeons.
Yeah.
As you'll see up here, we're going to probably be forced off of him. Well, actually, no, we have a boss fight first.
Oh, yes. You remember this part?
Mini boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that guy that killed me. Guess what we're going to do now?
Yeah, now we can fight these things since we have a way to move without getting eaten every 3 seconds. I think he just sort of glitched up through the floor after that cutscene.
Yeah, I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah.
So basically, we're going to want to shoot them in the little glowing thing.
Oh, yeah, well, video game logic says so.
The glowing thing in their mouth.
The uvula.
No,
Whatever.
that's not the uvula. That's like the tonsils.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Gotta shoot him in the tonsils.
Well, I think Nathan gets hit a couple times here.
Well, I tried to get in front of him, and then I got in front of him, but a little too close.
Yeah, basically, there's not much you can do to it, except for shooting the glowing thingy, but if it doesn't have its mouth open, there's really nothing you can do.
Yeah. So you have to get in front of him and then get him to come out like that, and then you gotta let him get a little too close. But,
Yeah.
all you can do is use your gun. You can't use the boomerang or anything else while on horseback.
Yeah, it's kind of... eh.
The camera's also pretty awkward here.
I kind of wish you could have maybe, like, run alongside and hit in the head to hurt it, but whatever.
Yeah, all you can do is shoot it in the tonsils.
Yeah. Got a pretty interesting design for the worms, though.
Yeah.
I like the way they're planned out. The spikes and shit everywhere are pretty interesting.
They kind of look like they do in Dune.
Sorta,
I
yeah.
don't think the Dune ones have spikes like that, but the mouth kind of looks like that, except without the tentacles.
No.
The little
Same could be
forearms.
sent for any sandworm. Like, I could make like a comparison to Beetlejuice right now.
Yeah, you could, but those are like really poorly animated.
Well, that was the movie in general.
Okay, so that was that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I accidentally boost here, which means I can't do the B move. Disregard that.
And yeah, you have to do the killing move on the horse. For this exact reason right here. Brrr.
It's pretty badass though.
He like eats the horse. You like some weird run there, and
I did that in biology class.
yeah, I remember that day. That was fun.
Yeah, the worm was a little smaller.
Just a little bit. And so
So yeah, there's that.
that bitch is dead. So
By the way, if you notice, well, it's gone now. But over on the right-hand side of the screen, there was a little press back and a Navi picture, pretty much like the top C button in Legend of Zelda. And he tells you how to kill the boss, literally.
hey, shoot that glowing thing. Well, no fuck, Narc Hamill.
Yeah, I've played video games before. You always shoot the glowing thing.
Yeah, and here's a part here that's kind of annoying.
Guess what we get to do again? Guns.
Oh yeah, the first time through this, he didn't use the gun
Yeah, that was a mistake.
because he didn't see it.
I kind of just ended up running past a couple at the end, but decided to go and fight him here
Yeah, the one
for the
section,
glory.
the first section where you use this is pretty cool, but after this, it just starts getting annoying.
Yeah.
Gotta say,
I also get back to no corner here, which is not fun.
no, it's a bad idea for this section.
I lose quite a bit of health. Don't worry though, I don't die.
I'm gonna say in this game, it's very easy to lose track of how much health you have because I
Yeah,
don't know.
they have that health bar, but then it just is constantly refilling. So you kind of have like, you have your heart health bar, and then you also have like the individual health bar.
Yeah, you get hit a lot, and you don't really notice it because it doesn't really have much of an effect on you. And then suddenly, oh hey, you're dead.
Yeah, it doesn't beep at you like in Legend of Zelda, although that's annoying.
Yeah, I'd rather not
glad.
have that.
That was so annoying. If you're trapped somewhere and it's all like beep beep, beep beep.
I guess in this
Beep,
game it
beep.
could be something to complain about, but at least it doesn't have your screen like turn blood red or something. You just like hear a heartbeat or some
Oh
shit.
god, every video game nowadays does that. It's
Thunk,
so
thunk,
annoying.
thunk, click. Oh, I know where guess I'm gonna die when my fucking heart is going through my ears.
Even Final Fantasy 13 does that.
Why the hell does it need to?
I don't know. It's pretty annoying.
Oh hey, you have a number representing your health, but oh hey, we're gonna beep at you or something.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's kind of nice in a way
Eh.
because, well,
It's realistic, man.
in first-person shooters, I get the concept behind it because it's supposed to represent your health and also make it harder for you to shoot.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I need in Call of Duty. Whenever I get hurt, I need a bunch of strawberry jam spread across my screen.
And hey, those people have some rather tasty guns.
But yeah, big bullet sponge enemies like this are kind of annoying to deal with, except that guy just kind of walked into a wall and died.
I think they take 2 full clips, which you have 4 bullets per hit clip.
Yeah, the big dudes with the guns and stuff too would take 2 full clips or whatever to kill, and that's kind of annoying, especially when you're being chased by 30 small dudes.
Yeah, so I make the mistake of dropping the gun here, and then all of a sudden I'm like surrounded by tons of enemies.
Yeah. Oh, you see those little glowing things there, like the spiky, fiery things? Yeah, those explode.
Yeah, you can throw those. I think I actually picked one up accidentally while trying to kill that guy, and then I blow myself up.
Did that thing. I didn't know you could do that. I thought they were just like decoration.
Yeah.
No weird. But if you'll notice, we've kind of not really used many environmental weapons because they kind of lose their power.
We use some. I mean, we use cars at the beginning a lot just because they're fun to watch. But
Well, yeah, that's after the beginning, though.
I mean, there technically is an achievement for getting 150 kills like that, which you can actually do really easily. But it's just kind of boring. I mean,
Yeah, especially with these bigger enemies, it doesn't actually affect them that much, so you're just gonna get smacked in the face.
yeah,
See, guys like this are annoying.
yeah. You pretty much just have to strafe. And then for some reason, I thought there was someone behind me.
Nope.
And then for some reason, I thought there was someone behind me again.
Nope.
I'm really paranoid sometimes.
Well, it's not that bad, this section. Well, it's not bad to be paranoid because there's constantly shit coming from all directions.
Yeah,
Especially from that first section, you kind of get paranoid after a while.
we're getting a lot of souls though.
Oh, yeah. Well, I must say, the slog is sort of coming to an end.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
getting
so.
pretty close to the end of this quote-unquote dungeon.
Yeah, I think this is it, pretty much, isn't it, until we get to the...
I think there's just a slight bit more, but then yeah,
Yeah.
we have to get our feet wet a little bit before we take on the Stygian.
Yeah, I think there'll be more to talk about when I do the fourth dungeon, thankfully, because it's more puzzly and stuff and
Yeah,
whatever. Actually, it's hard to describe the fourth dungeon. It's sort of a mixture of everything, really.
I like the fourth dungeon.
Yeah, it's got an interesting concept. It has you backtrack, but it's not bad backtracking, really.
Yeah, it's actually a good backtrack.
Yeah.
And we're also considering bringing on someone else just to maybe mix this up.
Yeah, like in
I don't know.
the second video or whatever. I don't know.
We'll
No,
see
that was
if we
kind
find someone cool enough to be among us.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Yeah, I remember in the second video we had somebody with us. That was just kind of unplanned, but whatever.
did we? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
That was so long ago.
Yeah, we had BJ with us.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
That was when we first met Volcom.
true.
Yeah.
That's
So,
pretty cool.
We'll just see whoever the third person, whoever it's going to be.
Yeah, it'll be a surprise.
Well, not a very entertaining surprise.
True.
But yeah, there's just a little section left before we get to the end.
Yeah, but I don't know if we mentioned it, but there was a soldier artifact back there.
Yeah,
Pretty easy one to get.
if you notice, they pretty much hide soldier artifacts in bodies of water, so
Yeah, they like that a lot.
you should always check around if you're in one.
When I played this game, I pretty much just checked everywhere.
Yeah. It's pretty much a Legend of Zelda-ish game, so they're going to hide shit little nooks everywhere.
Yeah,
That aren't exactly that hard to find, but you gotta go your way.
there's some that are pretty hard to find, but we'll show you where they are.
Yeah,
in
they usually
separate videos.
involve some weird usage of your items, but
In fact, we were contemplating doing a minor collection video because there's a couple things that we can go back and get right now. There's a weapon enhancement back at the crossroads, one of the very first places that there's just some blue crystals in the way.
yeah, and after that weapon enhancement, there's 2 more weapon enhancements, normal ones, but they can be bought in the store.
Yeah, and they're not all that good, so we haven't bought them yet.
So after that, we'll be done with the normal weapon enhancements, and the legendary ones will be in a video later. So
Yeah, we'll definitely do a video of those four because those are semi-hard to find and also very powerful.
yeah, they're out of the way. So
Once
we'll
we
have
get
to
those, that's
those.
all we'll be using.
Pretty much. There's no point in anything else.
Yeah.
I think I said in the thread at one point, but the effects of the weapon enhancements, the normal ones, aren't very good. They're just sort of an afterthought, really, so you don't have to worry too much about what you put on your weapons.
Once we get a legendary one, it's like combining 4 of the normal ones.
Pretty much. It's got a bunch of shitty, like, I don't know why I said shitty.
Words! Words!
I don't know English anymore.
Wait, what?
No conozco inglés. But, yeah. See the big ominous door? Well, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's a gate.
I wonder what's behind that.
I don't know. Guess where we're not going? Through the gate. We're going here first.
Very, very handy Vulcan point.
Yeah, so, you can only use your gun to fight worms. So we're going to go ahead and buy these impact rounds, which increase the damage, just so the boss fight's a little easier. You don't need it by any means. This boss fight is not hard.
Yeah, but it turned out it actually made it faster because we did
Well, yeah.
the first test. We did the test run without it, and it went on for a bit. And so in this video, it was actually quicker because we got the impact rounds.
Yeah, again, you don't need to buy them because they are kind of expensive. They're 4,000 yen. But yeah, we bought them just to make this a little easier on you guys.
You just kind of wonder what these like demons are told to be doing during the normal day. You're just like,
Hey, go stand there in the desert.
go look at the worm. Okay.
Ooh.
ever have like a lunch break or something?
This is the lunch break.
We eat the worm.
No.
I mean, whatever.
No one for you.
It's just kind of weird.
Whatever.
Yeah, if you notice, they take you off your horse during the cutscene, then you put it back on right afterwards.
Yeah, non-in-game cutscenes.
Apparently they expect you to walk across that huge expanse over to the giant army of creatures when you already have your horse available.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's the Stygian up there in chains.
Yeah.
And this is a bunch of fodder who can't even hit us, I don't think.
I think you might get hit at one point, or
I don't
maybe
think I do.
test run or something, but you really shouldn't be getting hit because you're going so fast.
Yeah.
They can only touch you if you're not moving.
Yeah, you pretty much just run around using your sword.
Yeah.
And once again, we're off the horse.
Oh, hey. Form's getting angry. Because, you know, before
Chained.
it couldn't break out. No, it's just when you're there killing people, it can.
It's angered by the sight of blood.
I think it doesn't even have eyes.
Yeah, it does. It's right in its mouth.
The one that's covered up right now.
No, outside that.
I'll take your word for it. I don't even
Trust
want
me,
to
bro.
contemplate worm anatomy.
I'm a doctor.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm going to be a criminal justice doctor. Alright, here's the Stygian.
Yeah, the boss fight. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, here's my beef with the boss. Mostly the fact that it's supposed to be some big badass, like, chosen one of the destroyer. But contemplate the fact that it's strung up in the desert by a bunch of, like, retarded orc creatures.
Yeah. Also,
What the fuck?
I get hit twice here early, just because I don't even know.
It's for the purposes of the LP. No, it's not. He
Yeah.
just got hit.
Basically, you have to get the thing off its mouth so you can shoot it in the tonsils.
Yeah,
So you gotta run up beside its mouth and hit it with a sword.
that's
It's
pretty
kind
much
of
it.
awkward to do because you run at different speeds and the camera's horrible.
Yeah, I really wish that for normal worm fighting you could have done this like any ways to hit their head or something, like right beside them, but no, this is only for the Stygian.
Yeah.
And it's only for something that doesn't even hurt it.
Yeah, all you're doing is taking that little muzzle off.
Yeah, this boss fight is...
Which I think I get off pretty quickly here.
Yeah, it doesn't take that much. Yeah, this boss fight's kind of boring.
There we go. So now it has a mouth, and now you can shoot it in the tonsils.
You have a nice view of him getting balled over.
Yeah, whatever. That's also weird.
graphical glitch.
Apparently I thought it was like up in the air. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, now it's exactly like the other worm, except it does that.
Well, it's got more attacks and it summoned some friends.
Yeah, it'll summon some small worms, which are super easy to kill. But for the most part, the way you heard it is you let it run behind you and you shoot it. And these are the little worms,
Yeah, they're kind of interesting.
which do a very weird thing, which you'll see here in a second. They like jump way out of the sand.
They don't know physics in this game.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
In fact, they don't.
Look at that. That's not even all that high.
They don't even understand how like sand works in this game.
They get way higher than that.
Oh yeah, yeah. It may have been only in the test video, but I swear some of them were just jumping so high.
No, some of them get really high up.
In this one,
Yeah,
that's
look at that.
goddamn.
I don't even know why they do that. That doesn't make sense.
That's just weird.
It's pretty much you just shoot them.
Yeah, you
I
just keep.
don't think you can really use your sword,
No, you can't.
so just,
They only show up behind you. If you move anywhere else, they're going to hit you.
yeah, so just boost away when they get close and shoot them with the gun.
Yeah, they had to find some actual use for the gun, I guess. So they just doing this whole boss fight.
Yeah,
Like I said, I really wish you could have done some sword like action here or something. But no. So yeah, this section is pretty much you running around in circles shooting in the face, which is how it works for the main boss too, and it's whatever.
it's kind of cool though. I mean, we're killing worms with a gun.
It's an interesting boss. It's just,
This is exactly like Legend of Zelda.
oh my god, a worm!
Actually, that looks like Romea. Is that the Legend of Zelda boss that looks like that?
We need to go on.
Yeah, that one.
Are you talking about the one in the tree dungeon in Ocarina of Time
Am I?
in the beginning?
Yeah, that's right. It does kind of look like her though.
Sort of from the front, kind of, not really, but it sort of does.
Like that right there does.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Anyway,
But yeah, that's basically it for the rest
Yeah.
of the boss. I can feel like they could have done something more interesting. Maybe could have ridden the worm, but no.
that would have been kind of cool. Yeah, it would have been cool if you had to like jump on top of the worm and like fight your way up.
Oh, I'd be like pull some Shadow of the Colossus shit. That would have been cool.
You gotta have hooks.
Well, if it's covered in fur, you could do it. Like Shadow of the Colossus is one of the greatest games I've ever played.
They're remaking that
For what?
HD.
Oh, I mean, for what systems?
I think Xbox and PS3. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Well, I hope they make it for Xbox.
They're
because-
remaking that and Eco.
Oh, that should be cool. But I hope they don't skip out on the 360 because they're going to be losing a lot of money if they do.
I think they're going to do it for both. Because I think they're going to release a new game, and they're going to, I don't know. It just got delayed.
That's kind of normal with the video game world.
Yeah.
If nothing else, the only one thing I regret not having a PS3 for was Demon's Souls.
I want to play Demon's Souls. Or it's Demon's Souls.
Well, I hear the sequel's going to be for 360.
Yeah, that game's hard.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the most badass kill scenes of the game.
Nom.
Oh, look, he died.
Okay, so I guess we're going to have to do that boss fight again.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what is that?
Sand doesn't work this way.
Oh.
What is that? I don't know what that is. What happened there? Can you explain that? No, you can't.
We just blooded it.
Blood fountain in the sand.
Yeah, something like that.
What the fuck?
We struck gold.
Well, we found a heart down there.
And another heart.
Yay!
So, that was that boss fight, which was pretty easy.
Hey, guess what's left? We take it back to Samuel again.
And for some reason I get really scared of Navi here, so I kind of run away from him, but...
We'll take a weird jerky walk.
Yeah, walking in sand is not fun.
Get away.
There's technically a blue chest over there at that little center thing, but that's not even worth our time.
We'll have a chance to get it later. So.
Yeah, we do actually have to come back through here at some point.
Hint, hint. But, yeah, it's for a thing.
Yeah. So, that's pretty much it. We're just going to take this heart back. That's the third dungeon. So after this, we have one more dungeon, which we'll find out more when we go talk to Samael. And then we have...
Well, the portal dungeon that we've already been talking
Yeah, then
about.
there's another semi-dungeon. Arguably the endgame dungeon.
Yeah.
And then we've got just a little minor collection thing, and then we're pretty much golden.
Yeah, should be... We're really getting there as far as
Yeah.
the end of the game goes.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
I mean, we're...
There's really only 2 dungeons left after this.
I mean, hell, in all of 9 updates, this will be the 9th one. We've gotten fucking more
Yeah.
than halfway through the game.
Oh yeah, we're definitely more than halfway now. I would say that the beginning of the game, the prologue, and the final dungeon are probably about equal length.
Oh, yeah.
So then the 4 dungeons in the middle, which we're now 3/4 of the way done with.
The beginning parts of the dungeon, like, well, the game itself, like the first, second dungeon stuff, that and the filler between them are probably some of the more longer chunks of the game, but it starts picking up speed near the end.
The first 2 dungeons probably are the longest.
Oh, yeah.
This one was pretty short, and the next one's pretty short also.
Like the first one, I don't even know why the hell they just decided to open as a demo, because it's a bunch of bullshit, so...
Well, it starts after you get to the Twilight Cathedral,
Oh, yeah.
so you don't have to do the Writing the Ancient, which is not very much fun.
Yeah, the second dungeon's pretty cool, I guess, and this wasn't even a dungeon that we just did. It's just a path to the boss.
So if you notice, they upgraded all the enemies here. I don't find any of them because you don't really need to, but all those enemies are now stronger and better types. Nom, nom, nom.
One more. Just one more. And then more. You get your tower. Silith's web-infested lair is far across the great chasm in the Ashlands. Ruin has yet to regain much of his strength, but he will make the distance. As for Silitha, just get there, and she'll find you. The Brood Mother is a collector of sorts. Most enter her realm. She feeds to her young, the one she takes an interest in. Those are the unlucky ones. Those she keeps alive, and they can live a long time. Long enough to tell her things. You could say she collects stories, information.
What stories will she tell me about you, Samael?
Careful, or your ending will be a tragic one. Sometimes the hero dies in the end. But Horseman, I like stories that have a happy ending. Now bring me the final heart.
So,
He's evil. Okay.
let's go kill some spiders.
Pretty much, yeah.
That allows us to get to the next dungeon. We can ride across invisible bridges.
It's basically telling you can go a new way now. So.
Yeah, we'll demo that in the next video.
So that was that.
That was that.
I hope you enjoyed the worm killing, because we are Mod Dip, and that was Darksiders.
Yep, and we just killed everything.
Again.
For the third time.
Like always.
Yeah.
The end.
Now I have the last word.